Boli Sri Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Devotees, let me welcome you to this our New Year's morning service for the year 2023. We are aware that Sunday morning service is usually done, and it so happens that New Year's is on Sunday morning. So it's a wonderful way to begin the year. Welcome to each and every one of you. We will begin with our opening prayer, and the opening prayer will be a little bit different from what we did before, and I'm hoping that within a few Sundays' time, people will be able to join in this opening prayer. You concentrate upon the divine as we pray. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Saraswatyaya Namah. Om Shanno Mitraha Sham Varunah Shanyo Bhavata Aryama Shanna Indro Brihaspati Shanno Vishnu Rukrama Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi Tvameva pratyaksham brahma vadishyami Ritam vadishyami Sahatyam vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu maham Avatu vaktaram Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Boli Sri Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Bajaiye. Please be seated, devotees. Now, devotees, we will proceed with our Barha Akshar mantra, that 12-syllabled mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Remember, that mantra relates to that Virat Swarup, the form we have to my left-hand side, outside here, with all the heads and so on. That form that Arjuna saw in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Vasudeva Bhagwan. So visualize that form if you can, and remember, this mantra is very, very powerful. This was a mantra that Raja Manu, Rani Shatrupa used many ages ago to make that unseen become seen, visible. The very same mantra the grandson of that Raja Manu used, Bhakta Dhruv. In 6 months' time, he made that unseen appeared in Sanchakra Gada Padma form, the four-arm form. It all depends upon how you do it. If you just mechanically do it, you will get some crumbs from the bird. If you do it right, you will get the bird itself. So it depends on you. And we are starting this year with emphasis on the point that each person is on your own. I've been saying this since last year. Everybody is on your own. It depends upon the effort you make, the sacrifices you make. That determines what the outcome will be, positive or negative. It's not God, it's not anybody else. We are told that Lord's in Gita says he is the impartial witness. He doesn't make anybody do anything good, nor make them do anything bad. He is impartial witness. We have a free will. And in this context, yeah, we are on our own. Bearing in mind the universal principle, Jaisa Karni, Vaisa Bharni. What you plant is what you reap. Let us become very aware of this fact, that you are on your own. You can have your whole family with you, but on the pathway to spirituality, you are on your own. So you have to determine what you do. Okay? So I made that point quite clear. Everybody is on your own. You can make use of the opportunity, you can waste it. It all depends upon you, and what we do determines what the outcome will be. So devotees, we are here for 1 hour and a half, 2 hours service. We begin the year. Every Sunday morning, mostly we assemble for the same purpose, to add to our blessedness. And this, what we are doing here, is like a catalyst to help all of you. Not that it ends at the end of the service, but it continues on a daily basis. And next week, we keep adding fuel to the flame. And hopefully, we are going to reach somewhere. So devotees, this is nothing new I am saying, but it can be something new that you are doing, if you understand it and become aware of this fact. 1 year has already gone by in our lives. We are celebrating the new year. What are we celebrating? Think about it. And this morning I'll just impact upon your mind from scriptures the importance of seeking that Lord relentlessly. So the theme simply is, life is nothing but an empty dream unless one realizes the Supreme. Life is nothing but an empty dream unless one realizes the Supreme. Put your hearts into it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते 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 वासुदेवाय Krishna Hari Om Ram Hari Om Ram 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 Ram Hari Om Ram Hari Om Ram Krishna 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 Hari Om Ram Hari Om Ram Ram Hari Om Ram Hari Om Ram Krishna 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 Hari Om Ram Hari Om Ram Ram Hari Om Ram Hari Om Ram Hari Om, Ram Ram, Hari Om, Ram. Boli Shri Raja Ramachandra ki jai. Devotees, we perform simple puja. We worship Gajanan Swami Devi Shivaji. Again. Now remember, puja can be three different ways. Mansik, Vachik, Upansu. We can do it through actions, as offerings we are doing here. We can do it Vachik, through word, Mansik, in the mind. Now, you all are, the devotees are here, wherever you may be online joining us. You may not be able to do it physically, but you can do it in your minds. So, go with it. Water first. Om Namo Svanantaye Sahasramurtaye Sahasrapadakshi Shirorubahave Sahasranamane Purushaye Saswade Sahasrakutu Yugdharanye Namaha. Om Tat Sat. Again, Dev. Om Ang Jwalit Mukhe Arun Mata Varun Pita Shandil Gotra Pavakanam Agni Devai Namostute. Chandan. Om Sri Khand Chandanam Dibyam Gandhadhyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surasreshtam Chandanam Pratigrihitam. Flowers. Om Mallakari Sugandhini Malatyari Nivai Prabhu Maya Hirtani Pujarthe Pushpani Pratigrihitam. Pushpam Samarpayami. Perfume. Om Gandham Samarpayami. Incense. Om Banaspati Rasodbhuto Gandha Uttama Agreyang Sarvadevanang Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam. Om Dhupam Samarpayami. Arti. Om Sajang Jhavarti Sanyuktam Vahine Yoshitam Maya Deepam Grihan Devese Tailokiti Nirapam Deepam Samarpayami. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Jagadamba Mata ki jai. Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. Prasadam. Offer a little bit to Lord in fire, Lord Ganesh. Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Devi, Mahanyapurna Devi Swaha. Namaschandikaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Gajanan Swami, Devi Ma, Mahadev Baba, Naivedyam Samarpayami. Om Sharkara Khanda Khadyani, Dadhi Chir Hitani Sha, Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha, Naivedyam Pratigrihitam. Boliye Shri Gajanan Swami ki jai, Jagadamba Mata ki jai, Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. We perform Havan. So, we begin with Gayatri Mantra 5 times. Everybody join together. Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. Om Prajapatye Swaha, Idam Prajapatye Idam Namama. Om Indraye Swaha, Idam Indraye Idam Namama. Om Agnaye Swaha, Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Somaye Swaha, Idam Somaye Idam Namama. Om Bhu Swaha, Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha, idam vayavi idam namama. Om swaha swaha, idam suryai idam namama. Ganganapati namah 11 times. Om Ganganapati namah swaha. Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namah. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah. Om Sri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narayanaya Swaha. Om Sri Suryaya Namah Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Agindevaya Swaha. Om Shri Ishtadevaya Swaha. Kuldevaya Swaha. Asthandevaya Swaha. Vastudevaya Swaha. Sarvadevata Sarvadevi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. We do Mrityunjay mantra jap with Havan 11 times. We concentrate on Bholinath Mrityunjay Bhagwan. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. 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 Offer some gugul, sugar. Sarvadevata Sarvadevi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Neem leaf. Namaschandikayai Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Srim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Achman Sarva Papa Harang Divyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang Chamaya Dattam Grihitam Purushottamaha Brahmagnaye Namaha. Take a flower and fan the 5 Toji Murtis. Om Banaspati Rasod Bhuto Gandhadhyo Gandha Uttama Agheyang Sarvadevanang Dhupoyam Pratikrihitam. Dhupam Samarpayami. Both hands on the flame, bow to the fire. You all can bow to the fire from wherever you are. Om Brahmagnaye Namaha. Alright. Take a flower and we concentrate on Lakshmi Ma. Om Namostestu Mahamaye Sipithe Surpujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Siddheshwari Mahalakshmi Mata Namo Namaha. Bole Sri Mahalakshmi Mata ki Jai. Devotees, we have made our simple offerings, Panchupachar Puja, which is what people can do home on a daily basis. And now we will glorify these different aspects. Vachak. Now, all these karmas are good that we perform. The fasting, the pilgrimage, the yagyas, the jap, the havan. But added to it, it is said in this age, Kali Yuga, the safest, the surest, the best way to please our divine is by singing his praises with a guileless purpose. So nothing is wrong with the other karmas. They help prepare us, purify us to sing the glories of that Lord with a pure heart. In this age, Kali Yuga, just by doing that alone, one can reach to that divine. But you see, the important factor is with a pure heart. No ostentation. The mind mustn't be straying. You have to focus. This is Vachik. Chauthi bhakti magun gana kare kapat tajigan. So this is why we do Kirtan and Bhajan, in addition to the rituals that we perform. So devotees, Kirtan is a call for participation. Sometimes somebody may say, well, I can't sing. Well, to be honest with you, which one of us could sing? We try. Your effort is important. Feel the presence of that divine, and as best as you can, try to please him. Remember, we do collectively, yes, but you are still on your own. We concentrate on Gajanan. Gajavadana Gananatha Natha Gaurivara Tanaya Gunalaya Gajavadana Gananatha Natha Gajavadana And devotees, we concentrate on Mata and we do Bhavani Ashtakam. This whole world, the world of objects, Devi symbolizes this. Devi man number is 9, we're all familiar with that. And why 9? Because in this world of objects, there are 9 important factors: creation, sustenance, and dissolution. Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic Prakriti. The gunas, we know what they are. And space, time, and causation. These 9 factors make up the physical world. The number of Devi is 9. Now, it is said, through Devi, the mother, we go to the father. That Shiva, that Param Shiva, is the substratum of all things, Many of us would have seen time and again a picture of Lord Shiva or Murti lying on the ground and Kali Ma standing on him. Shiva symbolizes the substratum, and that energy is projected out of him. Essentially, there is no difference between Devi and Shiva. But for us, we have to go through the world of objects to come to Shiva. And this is why the journey is always there. Ganeshji, Shivaji, Ganeshji, Devi Ma, and Bhagwan Shankar. So this is a philosophical approach to worship of Devi. But many devotees choose to worship Devi. We love Mother very much. Whichever way it is, the idea is that we must worship that energy. Not even a blade of grass can move without that energy. That energy is everywhere in everything. This entire creation is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Hinduism personifies that as Devi. So devotees, the simple Bhavan Ashtakam, you know that simple line which we all recite. Gatistvam, Gatistvam, Tvam Eka Bhavani. I seek refuge in you. Gatistvam, Gatistvam, Tvam Eka Bhavani. You are the one and only one I can seek refuge in. O Lord, O Mother, I surrender to you. Gatistvam, Gatistvam, Tvam Eka Bhavani. So when you come to that line, you'll all join together. Om Tat Sat Bhavan Ashtakam. Na Tato na Mata, na Bandhur na Data, na Putru na Putri, na Bhartyo na Bharta, na Jaya na Vidya na Vrittir Mameva. Bhavabdhava Pari, Mahadukha Bhiruhu, Papata Prakami Pralobi Pramattaha, Kusansara Pasha Prabadha Sadaham. न जानामि दानं न च ध्यान योगम न जानामि तंत्रम न च स्तोत्र मंत्रम न जानामि पूजा न च न्यास योगम न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं व्रतं वापि मातर कुकर्मी कुसंगी कुबुद्धि कुदासः कुलाचारहीनः कदाचारलीनः कुदृष्टि कुवाक्य प्रबंधः सदाहम् प्रजेशम रमेशम महेशम सुरेशम दिनेशम निशीथेश्वरम वा कदाचित् न जानामि चान्यत् सदाहं शरण्ये विवादे विषादे प्रमादे प्रवासे जले चांदले पर्वते शत्रु मध्ये अरण्ये शरण्ये सदा मां प्रपाहि अनाथो दरिद्रो जरा रोग युक्तो महाक्षीण दीनः सदा जाड्य वक्त्रः विपट्टौ प्रभृष्टः प्रनष्टः सदाहम् इति श्रीमद् शंकराचार्य कृतं भवान् अष्टकं संपूर्णम्। ओम नमश्चंदिकाय सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय भगवती देवी नमो वरदे। जय भगवती देवी नमो वरदे। जय पाप विनाशनि बहुफलदे। जय पाप विनाशनि बहुफलदे। जय भगवती देवी नमो वरदे। जय शुंभ निशुंभ कपाल धारे जय शुंभ निशुंभ कपाल धारे प्रणमामि तु देवी हरति हरे प्रणमामि तु देवी हरति हरे जय भगवती देवी नमो वरदे जय We seek the blessings of Mata on all, especially those who are distressed. We know worldwide, but especially in our country, many are in distress in so many different forms. What with the COVID, etc., crime, so many different problems affecting us. We surrender to Mata. We seek a timely intervention. जग की रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्ब महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया तेरे दया से जीते हैं मैया तेरे भरोसे चलती है मैया तेरे भरोसे चलती है मैया सबके घर घर में है दीवारी जगदम्बे मैया दुखियों के घर में सुख बरसा दे अंधियारी घर में दिया जला दे अंधियारी घर में चरणों में बैठे आश लगाए, विनती हमारी खाली न जाए। विनती हमारी खाली न जाए, ये आरती की थाली जगदम्बे में है। Holy Sri Adi Shakti Jagadamba Mata ki Jai. And devotees, we continue the journey. I would like us to concentrate on Mrityunjay Bhagwan, Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar Bhakta Vatsal. We perform Mrityunjay Stotram. Now, Mrityu, we all should be aware of this word, means death. Mrityunjay, victory over death. Bhagwan Shankar is described to be Mrityunjay, the Lord who brings victory over death, so to speak. Negativities in whatever form. And we do this stotra again. There are many who we are familiar with, we know they are not well. People are sick, different afflictions, some terminal. What can we say? On all sides. Every side you turn, there is some form of affliction. We need the protection of Bhagwan Shankar. And Mrityunjay mantra is very, very highly recommended for this. So we perform this Mrityunjay mantra stotra, Mrityunjay stotra, and remember the simple line that you join in. Namami Shirasa Devam Kinno Mrityuhu Karishyati. Namami Shirasa Devam Kinno Mrityuhu Karishyati. Visualize Bhagwan Shankar, Mrityunjay Bhagwan. Om At Mahamrityunjay Stotram. Om Asya Se Mahamrityunjay Stotram Mantasya. Se Markandeya Rishi Anushtup Chandaha. Se Mrityunjayo Devta Gaudi Shaktihi. Mama Sarva Arishtas Samasta Mrityu Shantyartham. Sakal Aishwarya Praptyartham Cha Jape Viniyugaha. Atadhyanam Chandra Ark Agni Vilochanam Smitamukham Padmadvayantahaschitam Mudra Pasham Nigrakshi Sutra Vilasat Paning Himanshu Prabham Kotindu Pragalat Sudha Platatunum Haradi Hoshojvalam Kantang Vishwa Vimohanam Pashupating Mrityunjayam Bhavayit Om Rudram Pashupating Stanum Nilakantham Umapatim Namami Shirisa Devam Nilakantham Kal Murting Kalagyam Kalanashanam Nilakantham Virupaksham Nirmalam Milaya Prabham Vamadevam Mahadevam Lokanatham Jagadgurum Devadevam Jagannatham Devesham Vishabhvajam Gangadharam Mahadevam Sarvabharanabhushitam अनाथः परमानंदम कैवल्य पदगामिनम स्वर्ग अपवर्ग दातारम सृष्टि स्थिति विनाशकम उत्पत्ति स्थिति संहार कर्तारम ईश्वरम गुरुम। I want you to quietly repeat the mantra, Mrityunjay mantra in your minds. Om Markande Kritam Stutram Yapathe Shiva Sannidhav Tasya Mrityu Bhayang Nasti Nagni Chaur Bhayang Kvachit Shatavatam Prakartabhyam Sankati Kashtanashanam Shuchir Bhutva Pathit Stutam Sarva Siddhi Pradayakam. Om Tavatastvad Gatapranas Tvachituham Sadamrida Iti Vigyapya Devesham Trayambakyan Manum Japit. Repeat after me. Mrityunjay Mahadev Trahi Mam Sharanagatam Janma Mrityu Jara Rogai Piritang Karma Bandhanahe Namah Shivaya Sambaya Haraye Paramatmana Pranata Klesha Nashaya Yoginang Pate Namaha. I'd just like you to cross your hands across your bosom, everybody. We are seeking the protective shelter, the protection of Bhagwan Shankar over the entire body, all its limbs. Om Hrim Shrim Hrim Hraim Hraha Anahan Daha Daha Pacha Pach Grahan Grahan Marya Marya Mardaya Mardaya Maha Maha Bhairav Bhairav Rupena Dhunaya Dhunaya Kampaya Kampaya Vignaya Vignaya Visheshwara Chobhaya Chobhaya Katu Katu Mohaya Hum Phat Swaha इति मंत्रमात्रेण समाभीष्टो भवति इति श्री मार्कंडे पुराणे मार्कंडे कृतं महामृत्युंजय स्तोत्रं संपूर्णम्। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ओम हर हर महादेव। बोलिए शिव उमापति महादेव की। ग्लोरीफाई शिवजी। सिंपल भजन। मंगलम भगवान शंभु मंगलम वृषभध्वज मंगलम पार्वतीनाथ मंगलम भक्तवत्सल। शिव शंभु दिनों की बंधु नमो नमः गिरिजापति हरिहर नमो नमः। शिव शंभु दिनों की बंधु नमो नमः गिरिजापति गंगाधर हरिहर नमो नमः। चंद्र त्रिपुरारी सुखकर हरदानी नीलकंठ साजे त्रिकुंड हरदानी भव भयहारी असुरारी शिव नमो नमः। हे गिरिजापति गंगाधर हरिहर नमो नमः। शिव शंभु दिनों के बंधु नमो नमः गिरिजापति गंगाधर हरिहर नमो नमः। दम 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 रू विनाश से जग धोले नित्य करे नत सहजउमा संग बंभोळे सूरसानी कल्याणी शंकर नमो नमः हे गिरिजपति गंगाधर हरिहर नमो नमः शिव शंभु दिनों के बंधु नमो नमः गिरिजपति गंगाधर हरिहर नमो नमः महाकाली विकराल वृषभ की असवारी शंभु मां ओंकार विशाखी बलिहारी अविनाशी सुखराशि सुरसरी नमो नमः हे गिरिजपति गंगाधर हरिहर नमो नमः शिव शंभु दिनों के बंधु नमो नमः गिरिजापति गंगाधर हरिहर नमो नमः Whole image of Bhagavan Shankar firmly fixed in the mind's eye. Don't allow the mind to waver. Try very hard. Vishawinda to Bholinath. Hey Shiva Shankar, Hey Shiva Shambhu, Namami, Namami. Hey Shiva Shankar, Namami Shankar, Shiva Shankar Shambhu. Shiva Shankar Namami Shankar Shiva Shankar Shambhu He Girijapati Bhavani Shankar He Girijapati Bhavani Shankar भवानी शंकर हे शिव शंकर शंभु शिव शंकर शंभु बोलो शिव शंकर शंभु हे शिव शंकर हे शिव शंकर हे शिव शंकर नमः शंकर नमः शंकर नमः शंकर हे शिव शंकर नमः शंकर शिव शंकर शंभु बोलो शिव शंकर शंभु Devotees, the journey continues. I want to visualize Shiv Shakti, that beautiful Murti Ardhanarishwar. Left side half Devi, the right side half Shivaji, symbolizing that state of non-duality. We glorify Shiv Shakti together. Namah Parvati Pate Har 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 Shankar He Mahadev. Om Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Om Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har He Har Har Shankar Mahadeva Har Har Shankar Mahadeva Om Har 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 Mahadeva हे शिव 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 सदा शिव। ओम हर 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 महादेव बोलो। ओम शिव 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 सदा शिव बोलो। ओम हर शिव शिव हर महादेव बोलो। ओम हर शिव शिव हर सदा शिव बोलो। ओम जय 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 सदा शिव बोलो। ओम शिव 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 सदा शिव। ओ शिव 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 सदा शिव। ओ महादेवा सदा शिव। ओम सदा शिव महादेव। ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर। नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर। ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर। हर शंकर महादेव। ओ हर हर शंकर महादेव। ओ हर हर शंकर महादेव। हर 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 महादेव बोलो। ओम शिव 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 सदा शिव। ओम महादेव सदा शिव। ओम सदा शिव महादेव। बोले शिव उमापति महादेव की जय। Devotees, I would just like to present to you just one two chaupai from Sriram Charitamanas to project a very important point which we need to emphasize upon, which will serve as a guideline for us as we go through life. But before so doing, let's visualize Bhagwan Sriram, Maryada Purushottam. Simple Kirtanam. Ram 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 Bole. Ram 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 Bole. Ram Bole Ram Bole. Ram Bole Ram Bole. Ram 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 Bole. O Ram 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 Bole. Ram 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 Nanda Rama. Ram 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 Nanda Rama. O Ram 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 Sukh Dhama. Ram 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 Sukh Dhama. O Ram 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 Param Dhama. Ram 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 Param Dhama. O Ram 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 Mama Dhama. Ram 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 Mama Dhama. बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय. Devotees in Uttarkhand, which is the 7th and final volume of Sriram Charitamanas, there is this beautiful episode where Kagbhushun was relating to Guruji an experience he had, where Sriram was a child and Kagbhushun, was there playing in the courtyard, and that interaction with Sriram swallowed him. And there within the body of Sriram, Kagbhushun saw countless universes. Now I'm not going to go into detail. I want to come to the point. Kagbhushun, he really got an experience. And sometimes experiences might just be passing, but some could be life-changing. Well, Kagbhushun, how can we find words to express the impact that this darshan had on him, what he saw? And that child Sriram, one of these days we may look at the katha in detail. But coming to the point here, devotees, it is said after some time, Kagbhushun was brought out of the body of Sriram, and Sriram, the child, spoke to Kagbhushun and explained to him the importance of devotions, bhakti. Now, he used a simple example here, which I want to put to you. So we'll begin from this point where Sri Ramchandraji, Maryada Purushottam, is saying, O Kagbhushun, I want you to listen carefully to what I'm going to put to you. And devotees, by extension, all of us, listen carefully to what the Lord wants us to do. He's saying, एक पिता के विपुल कोई पृथक गुणशील तुम सावधान होकर सुनो. जैसे एक पिता के अनेक कुमार हो और सबके पृथक पृथक गुणशील आचरण हो, कोई पंडित, कोई तपस्वी, कोई ज्ञानी, कोई धनी, कोई शूर, कोई दाता हो. Devotee Sri Ramchandra ji is saying, I want you, O Kag, to understand, listen carefully to what is my philosophy, how I approach life. To me, what is important. The analogy, example is, ek pita ke Bipul Kumara. A father has many sons. A father has numerous sons. And each one, as we all know, no two child or no two children are alike. Always different. They say you can't have 5 fingers, all different. A person could have 6 children, 7 children, everyone is different. So here, Bhagavan Sriram is saying, each one, character-wise you could be different, attitudes you could be different, qualities you could be different. Each one is different in various ways. So he's looking at these many sons of this father. Koi Pandit. Pandit means, in this case, a learned man, not a Pandit Purhut Karam. A Pandit means a wise man, one who is learned. So one could be a Pandit, learned man, Koi Tapasvi, some give him the plenty sacrifices, Tapasya. Another one, Jnani, wise, plenty knowledge. Koi Dhani, another one, very, very wealthy. Notice the different stages he's talking about here, different classes, right? A wise man, learned Pandit, one performing tapasya, he liked to do tapasya, his havan standing on his head, different yoga. Another one, Mahagyani, he has plenty knowledge, wisdom. Another one, very, very wealthy. Another one, very valorous, very strong, very powerful, like to fight. Koi Data, another one very charitable. But that's not all. Koi Sarvagya, Dharmat Koi, one all-knowing, very, very wise. All the different sons his father has. One again, Dharmarat, he will always carry out his dharma, his duty. Nothing else, attracts his mind but to do his duty. The father, Sapar Pitahi, Priti Samahui. The father loves all of them alike. Now sometimes children tend to believe that parents have a favorite child. Now that is wrong thinking. Right? Parents love all the children the same way. When you become parents, you will know that. Now if there is something in a child I may not like, it's not the child I don't like, maybe it's the bad habit I don't like, the attitude I don't like. But every parent loves his children. So here Bhagavan Sriram is saying, this father has all these sons. He loves all equally. He loves all equally. But ko pitu bhakt bachan man karma, swapne hi jana dusar dharma. But there is a 9th one, so you have 8 gone there, the 9th one, in mind, word and deed, he is devoted to the father. If in dream, he thinks of nothing otherwise except the father. He believes himself to be like an ignoramus. He knows nothing at all. How does a father consider him? So follow the point we are making here. You have all these this father has these different sons, all have different qualities and so on, capabilities. But there's this one, the 9th one he's speaking about, who in mind, word and deed, he depends on the father. He surrenders to the father. He serves the father. Even in dream, he thinks of nothing otherwise. Of nothing otherwise. Not tapasya, no wealth, nothing at all. No career, nothing at all. He thinks of the father. Day and night. Not even in dream would he think of anything otherwise. Sriram is saying, how would you consider such a son?
सुत प्रिय पितु यद्यपि सो सब भांति विधि जीव चराचर जेति त्रिजग देव नर असुर समेति विधि जीव जगदेव नर असुर समेति।
वही पुत्र पिता को प्राण के समान प्यारा होता है। यद्यपि यह सब प्रकार से बालक अज्ञान है। इसी प्रकार से हे काक, इसी प्रकार से जिसने जगत के चराचर जीव पशु पक्षी और देवता नर असुर जो कुछ है, श्री राम is saying, O काक, that son who is in this way with his father, that son is a dear to the father of his own soul, as his own soul. The others are more or less independent. They can take care of themselves. But this child who is totally dependent upon the father, that child is as dear to the father as his own soul. Even though that child may know nothing, as I say, an ignoramus, he knows nothing at all, can do nothing at all, but he is attached to the father, total attachment and unconditional surrender to the father, dependence upon the father. Sriram is saying, that child is as close to the father as the father's own soul, so to speak. In this way he is saying, and this way he is coming to the point, in this way, in this world of animate and inanimate objects, char, achar, charachar, whatever it may be, whatever souls, whatever form of creation, birds, animals, whether devatas, celestials, nar, mankind, asur, demonic forces, he isn't making any distinction. He's saying in the same way, he's trying to put to us now, and the attitude that we need to have if you want to get very, very near and dear to him. He's saying, oh, Kag, that child who is totally dependent upon the father, ignorant as he may be, not knowing anything, I'm saying that he's very, very dear to the father. So too in creation, any form, any aspect of creation, whether animate or inanimate, if they have this kind of attitude, this kind of way with respect to the Father, to me, and here you have to understand he's speaking about himself. He is the Father of all creation. He is the Father of all creation. If that is the case, then what? What devotees? What is his conclusion with respect to this? All different forms of creation. He's saying,
अखिल विश्व मम उपजाय सब पर मूरी बराबर दया। जो राम तिन मह जो परिहरि मद माया भजहि मूरि मन बचयरु जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम श्री राम, जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम, जय राम जय जय राम।
हे काक, यह संपूर्ण जगत मेरा उपजाया है और सब पर मेरी बराबर दया है। और उनमें जो अहंकार और कपट छोड़कर मन वचन कर्म से मेरा भजन करते हैं, पुरुष नुपुंसक नारी नर जीव चराचर जोई, सर्वभाव भज कपट तजी मोहि परम प्रिय हुई. He's saying, I have created this entire world. Bhagwan Sriram is the creator. He is that Brahm. Ram Brahm Paramarthi Rupa. Avigat Alak Anadi Anupa. Sriram, that unknown Brahm. He is saying, I am the creator of this entire creation. My compassion is showered upon all equally, those who turn to me. That individual, come to it now, who ahankar, ego. You see the I that kills so many of us, I. That individual who controls the ego, subdues the ego, kapat chorkar, no deceit, no trick, no scheme. Arjao, straightforwardness, pure attitude. Man bachan karm se, mind, word and deed, mera bhajan karte hai, seeks me, glorifies me, worships me. Now devotees, these are words, don't let them be just words. These words emphasize the attitude we need to have. Humility, right? No scheme, no trick. Kapat chorkar, right? And here Sriram is making a very valid point, a very important point, devotees. Now he just mentioned man, animal, asur. Here he is saying Purush, Napunsak, Nari, Nar. Yeah? Purush. In human society, man or woman. Now we know you have men and women. But then there is in society, as Sriram himself put it, even those who show neither characteristics of men or women. Now you have such type in society. So men demonstrate certain characteristics, women demonstrate certain characteristics. The Napunsak, they have neither male nor female characteristics. So they can't be classified either as male or female. But Sriram has included them also. He doesn't discriminate. He doesn't discriminate. No matter who you may be, once that individual serves me in the right kind of attitude, whether animate or inanimate, sarva bhav, bhaj, kapattaji, discarding all scheme, all trick. Devotees, you'll be surprised to know how very easy trick scheme to come into the mind. Like I could sing a bhajan. I want to sing a bhajan. Why I sing any bhajan? Because I want to show people how I could sing. That's a scheme. I want all to understand good what I'm saying, you know. Playing tabla, doing all kind of things in tabla. Why are you doing it? Because I want to show people I can play tabla. That's what we're talking about now. That abhiman. That is ego. This thing is so subtle, devotees. It contaminates us and we don't even realize it. No. That is not humility. That is ostentation. You're looking for something, looking for a reward. Sriram, that is kapat. That's trick, scheme. No. None of that. Kapat chorkar. Sriram is saying, anybody who worships me in such a way, sarva bhav, with their very being, sarva bhav, their very being, worship me. What can I say? That person is very, very near and dear to me. Very, very near and dear to me. And devotees, Bhagavan is saying, O Kalbhushan, what I am saying to you is the absolute truth. I won't fabricate, I won't make up things. This is the absolute truth. The person who surrenders to me in mind, word and deed is very, very near and dear to me. So devotees, nothing is wrong with having plenty of knowledge. Nothing is wrong with the tapasya. Nothing is wrong with the wealth. Nothing is wrong with doing the dharma. All them things we need to do. Nobody condemns those things. But you see, the attitude must also be, as you carry out all those actions, what is your objective of those things? Many of us know we do puja because we want to get blessings, to get more money, to get position, to get name, get power. Right? Die and leave everything and go. But there's an objective, a selfish objective. Is that what you want? You gravitate towards the crumbs, and I say you lose your bird. What we are saying, the main objective should be to please that Lord. Get close to Him. I want nothing else except you, O Lord. Nothing else. And yesterday and previously, of course, to tell many people run after the world. You run after the world. You can't get everything in the world, devotees. But what I will tell you, if you run after God, you surrender to Him, the world comes at your feet. You don't have to look for anything at all. We have a wrong sense of direction, many of us. And this is where we fall short. So I'm saying all this in context of our situation, our circumstances. In society today, everybody complaining. More than 600 murders for last year. More than 600 murders. Right? Who protecting who? Who guarding the guards? I can go on and on. What I am saying, there comes a point in time when the very people you depend upon to help you, Sriram is making the point, they themselves corrupt, whatever else. They themselves need help. So who helping you? And devotees, this is why we say, Bhagwan is making a point. Why I decided today to impact this point upon you. God makes a difference. Not part-time devotion. Part-time praying. No, surrender. Surrender. There's no solution greater than the Lord Himself. None. But most of us are the last thing, especially young people, the last solution we try to apply. God, praying, you want to come a sadhu? You want to come a pandit? They were telling the parents something now. Praying too much? I myself say too much praying is good. Yeah. But you see, you have to understand what I'm saying. Too much praying for material things is good. Not too much praying is good. Pray to God, try to find God, not turn away from Him. Not for material things. Material things are going to come, devotees. Material things are going to come. COVID or no COVID, with the passing of time, through the grace of God, things are going to come back. Things are going to come back. But you have to surrender to that Lord. You could be different from anybody else if your attitude is different. So I want to emphasize this. Nothing happens, I start by saying, not even a blade of grass can move without Shakti. Nothing happens without God's grace. Nothing. And therefore, if we turn to Him, wise, we have said time and again, God could be mother, God could be father, God could be friend. I have mentioned this. You see me? I prefer to go to God as parents. I'm a child, you're my parents. Time and again I keep saying, why go like devotees, why? I say, God, a stupid but me a bad. A child makes mistakes. Parents always forgive the child. Me a playing a big dhurandhar, mahagyani thing na. I am a simple child, a Buddha. Foolish, ignorant. I don't have knowledge. Bad attitudes. But I know my parents won't turn away from me. This is why I go to God, that a child going to parents. Surrender yourself to that Lord in this kind of way. Parent will never drop a child. Especially if the child is dependent upon the parents. As Sriram is saying here, turn to me. Turn to me. Devotees, and many of us, we want to know what this year will have in stock for us, and what it will be better, and what. If you see you do what I'm saying here, everything becomes better. You have to study Jyotish something, no? Many people are already asking me, Guruji, the sheet ready? Yeah. The sheet ready, but I say, no, I lie. Sheet not ready yet. You can live without the sheet. I ain't seen to get the sheet. But you see, you're so hooked up on that. The important thing to do, turn to God. If you surrender to God, devotees, you ever ask yourself, if I follow the sheet? I just watch the sheet to see. I have Rupati, she translates everything. So I just look at the sheet to make sure she do the right thing. I do follow the sheet again. Years ago I might have done so. I'm not saying you shouldn't, it's a guideline. But at the base of everything is surrendering to that Lord. And surrendering means no question. No question. And devotees, I have seen this over and over. Many of us believe that, this thing can impact upon our minds. But let me tell you something, anything could bounce up in your life any moment. Now for now. Now for now. And nobody exempted. Those of you who follow cricket, you read where Rishabh Pant, 5:30 in the morning time, speeding with the Mercedes Benz. He crashed into, well, I didn't know India have concrete barrier in the middle. Crashed into the barrier, he almost died. 5:30 in the morning, I sure he didn't go temple. And I sure he ain't going temple. Watch and see what happens. Anybody exempted? Now all these things are so simple to understand, but many of us believe we are exempt. That can't happen to me, man. Can't happen to me. Driving, I could drive, I could well drive. I can't make no accident, but you know your car well good. Your tire can't fly out, right? A dog can't run in front of your car, a child can't run in front of your car, right? You have a control over everything. Devotees don't boast, no? There's the ego, no good. There was a fellow devotees, he wanted to kill himself. Now all of us try that, eh? He went and he tried to hang himself by the river, but branch hanging over the river. So he jumped on the branch over the river self. The branch broke. So he couldn't hang himself, he fall inside the water. He ain't drunk either, he swim. He didn't die. At the end of it all, he said, well, I could well swim. Go back and he called a few of the girlfriends and them, a few of them. He had plenty. He called a few, all watch and see how I could swim. When he dived, they can't find him again. He dead that same day. Gallery, showing off. The eye. This is why Sriram is saying, Ahankar or kapat chorkar. Give up these negativities. Wherever we are in life, we have been put there to do certain responsibilities. We are merely the instrument devotees. God is the player. God is the player. Bhagavan says, do everything as an act of offering to me. Everything, except crime. Do thief funding. And if you want to thief and say, God dies for you, go ahead, fix up. See what the outcome will be like, I don't know. Right? But the idea is to do all the good things in life, all your karmas, everything, as an act of offering to God. Perform your tapasya, study your scriptures, give your charity, all these things must be done. But remember the objective behind it. Oh Lord, I'm trying to please you. Right? I'm doing these things. Devotees, you ever ask yourself, what you give us charity, where you get it from? It's yours? You created it? God is the creator of everything. You give in what He gave you. And we think, I give in charity. What are you giving charity? You only went in, man. Yeah? If you think like this, you humble yourself. And devotees, that Lord is the most powerful force in your life. You can never go wrong. Never go wrong. So I'm saying to all of us, as this year begins, we're going to go forward. Especially the young ones. Don't be lazy. Don't make excuses. And I've been hearing a lot of excuses. I had to go to school. I had to do this. I had to do that. I can't find time to pray. I can't find time to come temple. And I know if something goes wrong, you find time to come. Eh? Everybody has 24 hours in a day. Management. And if you really have to go lessons and so on, what you do there, whatever, is an act of offering to God. Even your studies is an act of offering to God. Devotees, if now the young ones could start this attitude, humble the eye, the ahankar, you can see what successes you can gain in life. Give it a try now. Give it a try. This is spirituality that you're developing. So I'm hitting the point. Without spirituality, we're not going to survive. Today is good. Ekadasi is in progress all now. It will start shortly. Ekadasi, they when Lord Vishnu is worshipped. Lord Vishnu is the sustaining aspect of divinity. So therefore that's good. Sustenance. Things are going to improve. But yet, you always have elements of danger. Kal, death. Separation will be there. We don't know who is going to come. More than we expect it to come. Alright? If you make the right effort, the right surrender to divinity, Siddha Yoga today, success is going to come. This is why I started off everything by saying, you on your own. You on your own. You make the right effort, don't worry about other factors. Don't worry. Focus on God, surrender to Him, and you will see how things will progress for you, individually. Failure to do that, well, next year again I will tell you more, New Year's morning. Right? If we still hit till next year, New Year's morning. So devotees, this point I want to impact upon everybody's mind. Don't get carried away by the superficial things. I've been saying, name, fame, power, position, money, wealth, all these things we leave behind. That is not who we are and what we are. We are divinity. and therefore turn to divinity. Whatever we have, yes, the comforts will be provided for us. We won't suffer in life. But remember, one day to come, if I'm so attached to these things, it will be well hard to live. Well hard to live. And what the Gita says, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Arjun, when the point in time comes for a person to die, the thoughts that are dominant in his mind determine where he goes. Where he goes. Where he reincarnates. So when you see time come to die, paisa, 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 you might born back as a rupee. Yeah. You come back in that, more pain and suffering again, put your mind on divinity, devotees. And paisa will come. Paisa come, paisa go. Yeah? So devotees, as we begin this new year, take a vow, everybody, to yourselves. Not to me, no? Not to God either. God doesn't need anything. God doesn't need me. God doesn't need you. We need God. Take a vow to yourself. If you want success, true success, adopt this attitude. And you'll be surprised to see what big difference it will be in life. So devotees, we'll end it here. What the solution is really? Sriram Charanam Bhaji. Seek that Lord. Make preparation for the final Havan.
Sriram Charanam, Sriram Charanam, Sriram Charanam Bhaji. Sriram Charanam, Sriram Charanam, Sriram Charanam Bhaji.
Sriram Sharanam Bhaji. Devotees, no matter what we say, this is perhaps the basic message, the best message. Really, really tune to the feet of that Lord. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Muramate. O foolish mind, seek that Lord.
Shri Ram Charanam, Shri Ram Charanam, Shri Ram Charanam Bhaji. Shri Ram Charanam, Shri Ram Charanam, Shri Ram Charanam Bhaji. Shri Ram Charanam, Shri Ram Charanam, Shri Ram Charanam. Vaidehi Ramam Vaikuncharamam Vaidehi Ramam Vaidehi Ramam Vaikuncharamam 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 Gopala Churamani Gopala Churamani Atma Bhiramam Ananda Ramam Atma Bhiramam Ananda Ramam Shri Ram Charanam Bhaje Shri Ram Charanam Bhaje Shri Ram Charanam Bhaje Shri Ram Charanam Bhaje बोलो श्री राम चरणम भजे हे श्री राम चरणम भजे श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम भजे श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम भजे वैदेही रामं वैकुंठ रामं हे वैकुंठ रामं वैकुंठ रामं वैदेही रामं वैदेही रामं वैकुंठ रामं भूपाल चूड़ामणि हे भूपाल चूड़ामणि आत्माभिरामं आनंद रामं ओ आत्माभिरामं आनंद रामं हे श्री राम चरणं भजे हे श्री राम चरणं भजे हे श्री राम चरण भजे हे श्री राम चरण भजे बोलो श्री राम चरण भजे हे श्री राम चरण भजे राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम भजे श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम भजे श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम श्री राम चरणम भजे
Sriram Sharanam Bhaji. So devotees, let me just wrap it up with this, Once there was a fella, ordinary fella, a merchant, looking for God all about. He saw Swami. He said, Swami, how can I find Sri Ram? I want to find Sri Ram. Apparently, this fella one shortcut, They keep harassing Swami. So Swami told me, all right, simple solution. Get a spear. You know what you call this spear, right? Right? Kali Durga Mata have a spear. Stick the spear in the gong with the business end on top. Climb on a tree. And Jai Sri Ram, jump on that spear. You will find Sri Ram. Yeah, really? So okay, all right. So he went and Swami wouldn't lie. He got his spear, stick it in the gong and climb on top of the tree. Now when he watched the spear from the business, it's looking different from the other end. So when he do so, he said, all right, Swami say, you come along, Jai! He hold up. Jai! He hold up. And he going forward and holding back. He came and say, Jai Sri Ram. He frightened to jump. A soldier was passing by. Powerful fellow, not from war. He saw this man going forward and back, going for him. He said, hey, come. What happened? He said, man, I want to meet Sri Ram. The soldier said, well, I don't want to meet him. Well, what are you doing? So this Banya says, Swami told me to put the spear in the gong, and jump on top of it, call Sri Ram name, I will see Sri Ram. He said, Swami told you that? He said, yes. He said, why you want to see Sri Ram? Say, well, I want to get some more money. The Solia devotee, he had some money taken and he gave the banya. He said, you go. Well, this banya thought this man was Sriram, because the money he wants. Go on. And this fella, the Solia, climbed on top of the tree. And look around here. Here for the business in this way, he faced up that every day. But he said, if the Swami, the word of the Swami is right, the holy man's word can never be false, I'll find my Sriram. And without a moment's hesitation, devotees, see, Shraddha, faith, if you don't have that, you're wasting time. Jai Sri Ram, and he jumped on his spear. He had no spear. Sri Ram was there to catch him underneath. He found Sri Ram. Test for him. You see? But what did the banya? Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram, Jai. No. Is that any faith? Any Shraddha? So attitude in life is important when people pray in devotees. Sometimes you say, I'm praying for so long, God answered my prayer. Do you have faith? F-A-I-T-H. Without a Shraddha, nothing happening. So ahankar, control. Kapat, control. Shraddha, develop. Perseverance, right attitude. Devotees, you'll be amazed to see in your own life how many things. Chamatkar, everybody. Amazing things, miracles. You will call them miracles, but it's God's grace. But you have to help to create it, the right attitude. Okay? And if you don't blame God. Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. You create it, or you fail to create it, as the case may be. So devotees, this year, let's intensify our devotions to our Lord. You won't regret it. And parents, inculcate this attitude in your children. I was very disappointed in recent times. We couldn't see too many children in the temple. And they are the future now. And if they don't develop the spirituality, what the future will be like? Huh? So I'm saying to all of you, get the children involved, get them in the temple. They may walk and make a little noise and thing, no problem. We have some of them, I remember one in particular. If my heart wasn't good, I get heart attack. The kind of noise she make, she's highly qualified attorney law right now. If we say, stop that noise, stop coming temple, what would have happened? You have to understand, if big people making noise, something wrong with that. Like some plaster for your mouth. But children devotees, they will walk, but they learn. They learn. So you have to get them from early. This is the impressionable age. Children growing up 4 or 5 years, we need them. Impact upon them. Because the future depends on them. Okay? So we need to make these efforts, devotees, importantly. And to the other adults, younger ones, you are just certain examples, keep it up. Life is nothing but an empty dream, unless one realizes the Supreme. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha, Gauri Mata Swaha, Prithvi Mata Swaha, Panchlok Paldevaya Swaha, Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha, Suryari Navgrahadevaya Swaha, Brahmagnaye Namah Swaha, Om Hrim Sim Chandikaya Namah Swaha, Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha, Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Om Srim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha, Om Sri Ishwari Devi Swaha, Om Sri Parameshwari Devi Swaha, Om Sri Shitala Devi Swaha, Om Sri Mahanyapurna Devi Swaha, Om Sri Mangala Devi Swaha, Om Sri Chandi Devi Swaha, Om Sri Mansa Devi Swaha, Om Hrim Shashti Devi Swaha, Om Sri Tara Devi Swaha, Om Sri Shudrasi Devi Swaha, Om Sri Bhuvaneshwari Devi Swaha, Om Sri Chanamasta Devi Swaha, Om Sri Bhairavi Devi Swaha, Om Sri Dhumavati Devi Swaha, Om Sri Bagalamukhi Devi Swaha, Om Sri Matangi Devi Swaha, Om Sri Kamla Devi Swaha, Om Sri Hemavati Devi Swaha, Om Sri Siddheshwari Devi Swaha, Om Sri Aindri Devi Swaha, Om Sri Agni Rupa Devi Swaha, Om Sri Varahi Devi Swaha, Om Sri Khargadharni Devi Swaha, Om Sri Varuni Devi Swaha, Om Sri Mrgavahini Devi Swaha, Om Sri Kaumari Devi Swaha, Om Sri Shuradharani Devi Swaha, Om Sri Brahmani Devi Swaha, Om Sri Vaishnavi Devi Swaha, Om Sri Gayatri Devi Swaha, Om Sri Savitri Devi Swaha, सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। श्री हनुमते नमः स्वाहा। सीतारामचंद्रायभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। राधा कृष्णाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री इष्ट देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री कुल देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री अष्टान देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री ग्राम देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री इतर कर्म प्रधान देवाय स्वाहा। 5 times again. श्री वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा। 33 करोड़ देवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। अनंत स्वरूपाय ब्रह्मणे नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा। Please all stand, devotees. We now make our final offering, Purnahuti. Concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar. Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shambhavaya cha Mayo Bhavaya cha. Namah Sankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha. Shivaya cha Shivtaraya cha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Om Sarva Papaharang Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang Chamaya Dattam Grihatam Purushottamaha. Om Brahm Agnaye Namaha. Achmanam Samarpayami. Bhautirifaya. बोले श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। डिवोटी प्रार्थना ओम जय जगदीश हरे। एवरीबॉडी जॉइन टुगेदर। ओम साजं सावर्ति संयुक्तं वाहिन योजितं मया दीपं गृहां देवसे त्रैलोक्यतिमीरापं दीपं समर्पयामि।
भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन का। स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का। सुख संपत्ति घर आवे। सुख संपत्ति घर
शिव राम सखे प्रभु विधताप निवारण हे विभु अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुध्वजा मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनुहरि ओम आवाहनम न जानामि विसर्जनम पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वर परमेश्वरी ओम गच्छ गच्छुरश्रेष्ठ स्वस्थाने परमेश्वर यत्र ब्रह्मदेव देवास्तत्र गच्छुतासना ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया येषामिन्दी वर्षाम हृदयस्तु जनार्दन ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्ने स्वस्थाने कुन्दमध्यतः हुतमादाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्र देहि प्रसीद मे ओम मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं गणेश्वर हे परमेश्वरी हे सदाशिव हे जनार्दन हे कपीश्वर हे अग्नीश्वर यत्पूजितं मया देवा परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम त्वमेव माता ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय शिवनारायण स्वामी की जय प्रभु श्री रामचंद्र की जय उमापति महादेव की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय आदि शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की Shubhamastu, blessings to all. Kindly be seated, devotees. Devotees, we will just take a few more minutes of your time. Let me this morning say blessings to Annie. Her birthday was on Friday, and so she performed Havan this morning, starting of the year, with the right activity. Happy birthday, belatedly, Annie, and may you have many more. Right, and it's nice, Annie, you were here. She is now the secretary of Gandhi Bhakirtan Mandali. So I want to say blessings to you for having accepted that responsibility also. And you would perhaps remember Annie is retired principal from Bharadavia North Government Secondary. So it's nice when these qualified people retire and they come and become part of, but even before she retired, she was part of Gandhi Bhak. So this is what we expect. Blessings to you, Annie. All the best. Keep it going. Devotees, I want to say blessings and thanks to the outgoing management committee of Gandhi Bhak. And I'm going to just call the names of the new management committee we have established, a mixture of senior people and young people. So chairing the committee this year is Mr. Jainan Wagbir, Jai, right? Vice chairperson was the chairperson last, but she's occupied in studies and so on, so we don't want to burden her, but we still want to use her expertise. So she is the vice chairperson, Sarika Ramroshan Singh Prabhudyal. Attire Koran Anim so long here. Ramroshan Singh Prabhudyal. Secretary, well, we mentioned Annie Balchan, so double round of applause for her birthday also. Assistant Secretary, Ms. Savita Manohar, who was secretary last time. So Savita. Treasurer, Shivrani Prabhudyal. Shivrani is here. Where's Shivrani? Right, Shivrani. I expect to see Shivani hand also, not she face. And we have no assistant PRO. I'm sorry, I'm treasurer. Right, Shivani? You want assistant treasurer? That leaves a bubble. PRO, Kunti Ramcharan. And Kunti will be assisted by Praveen, who also is doing a thesis. So we didn't want to burden her too much, but she also assists. Social services officer, we didn't have one for a while. And I thought it's very wise because of circumstances in our country. Gyandipak must get herself involved in social services. And so we have asked Revati Ramanan, Petty. Where is she? Right, Petty right here. And of course she has her committee with her. Religious officer, very, very important part of Gyandipak, all the religious celebrations and so on. We have two very important people, Rupati Sevali Singh. Rura, after the same name, Rura. Rura will be assisting and free to co-opt anybody else into the committee. Education, we have education and culture. We are going to start back from a SWAHA perspective, the Swadeshi, and these other cultural events, Phagwa. We have to look at what we are going to do, right? And so we thought culture is also important. So we have Raj, who is not here today, Raj Sinanan, and Hari Jayakaran. Both of them. Hari is the principal of Malik Secondary. Yeah. That's not Mubala Vandel, right? Mabola in my school. Yeah. Malik Secondary. And Raj, but here Dean at the school. Dean, right? Right. So we have, highly qualified people where education is concerned. Sports officer, sports has always been a very, very weak part. Man is also physical. So we want to become, physically fit, get back into sports. And Evans, with the sports officer. Evans, if they see your hair alone, they'll want to know how come you go do sports. But you form a committee with you, right? And sports, games, we can get involved in table tennis, cricket, right? Netball, if the ladies will play, Lohar, right? Freehole. There are different games you could play, right? Okay. Now we have also an important function of Gyandipak. Whenever there are any festival, celebrations and so on, refreshments always prepared, and we have asked somebody specially to look after this, and this is Sandy Rugby. She's in charge of refreshments. She's outside looking after refreshments. When we have any functions and so on, we decorate the temple as best as we can. And Dinesh Lokai Singh has been, doing a human service. So he is also a member of the committee, Dinesh Lokai Singh. Prince Panitumesh has left, he's not here. I alone can't do everything, so with the musical part of it, I've asked Adi to look after music within the temple. So to organize classes and so on, Adi. And learn to sing too, yeah. Right. Of course, the streaming and so on, the technological part, Dinesh, Panatadesh, and Avinash also helps with them, right? And, yep, right. And the PA system, well, Dharam has accepted that responsibility. And whenever we have Vasant is on holidays from Texas. Texas, not Florida? Okay. Florida. So he has come, whenever he comes to service. He's doing his course of study there. So Vasant, nice to have you, and have a safe journey back. Let's give a round of applause to this young man. Keep the journey going. All right? And I've given a special responsibility to this young man. What's his name again? Vasisht. Now, I told him I want him to ring the bell every Sunday morning. The watchman, he laugh. Ringing a bell? Now, people don't realize how important the bell is. That sound vibration that you create in a temple. If you notice, churches also have it. The Baptists also have the bell. And I have my bell too. Yeah? So, this bell is a wonderful sound vibration you create. In the beginning, the first vibration was sound vibration. That temple, wherever there is no bell being rung, is dead. So a very important function you have there. Okay? So you have graduated to Berwinger. Okay? And once you graduate from the next level, I will tell you to blow sung, we put somebody else. Okay? Blessings to you. So devotees, we are trying to get everybody actively involved. Let's, after COVID, that, kind of shut us down so much, we're trying to become active. Let's wake up. Let's all wake up. Let the sleeping giant, the SWAHA, wake up. And Gyandipak is waking up first. Okay? So this is what we're about, and at this point I'll just ask Jai a few comments, and then we'll proceed the wrap up for the morning.
Sriram, everyone. Now we are looking forward to seeing you all at these same numbers throughout the year and all our religious events and otherwise. We have a few announcements, and that is membership fees for Gyandipak. You can contact our treasurer for membership fees and advise the amount, fees, and so forth. And we have calendars in sale, the religious calendars, $5. Someone would be out in front offering them for sale. So you can purchase. And we're looking forward to seeing you all again Sunday morning on the 8th, I believe it is, for continued services. Thank you. Star.
Hey, thank you, Jai. I also want to extend happy birthday to Sham Jugul. Sham is here. Today is Sham's birthday. Let's give a round of applause for him. And Pandit Umarat is not here, but today is also his birthday. So we are a lot of Capricorn people. Happy birthday to all of them, and blessings. And devotees, membership, Gyandipak members, you know yourself, but anybody who wants to become a member of Gyandipak, it's not a problem. Coming to service Sunday morning, we're happy to have you. But there is coming to service, you are a member of the congregation, but if you want to become a member of Gyandipak itself, we would appreciate it very, very much. So those of you who are interested can speak to any member of the Gyandipak, Jai, any members we have called out. Very nice to have you. We'll embrace you as members, part of one big family. So we are on a membership drive. So become part of it. We look forward to everybody becoming part of it. And as Jai mentioned, every year in the past, I will always say, I wish every Sunday morning was New Year's morning. Now, I know that next week Sunday, we'll cut down by half or maybe more. But I want you to make this, a kind of habit. Get it into you to come to temple. It is in your interest. It is to your benefit. Alright? We'll appreciate it very much. You come, bring your children with you. It's important. Don't get bored. Practice is very boring now. So come in every Sunday morning, same thing, but simiti, drop by drop, good things building up. Make use of the time. Okay? So we look forward to seeing you next week Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the year, or the rest of the day. And the rest of the year, devotees, remember, is what you make of it. We wish you all success. And be careful, everybody. Remember, put God in front of the shield, and success is bound to come. Sakal Panch. Jai Sitaram. Blessings, devotees. You receive your arti as you leave on your prasadam. Have a safe journey back home, everybody.